Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. Or afternoon or evening or whatever time it is where you are. Welcome to this live stream. Oh, there we go. I was just checking because it said chat disconnected, but now it says connected. Welcome to this live stream English lesson with me, Laura.
And me! I'm here now.
And Bedouin.
I was just getting some water.
Thank you. So, happy bank holiday if you are in the UK. Happy
anything.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah.
I hope you are having a lovely day. So the aim of today is you can ask as many questions as you like. We'll be learning a bit of English together. Do you have any of those annoying things about English or something?
Pronunciation.
Yeah, something that you always find hard to pronounce, or a word that you don't know if it's, do I say it like this? Do I say it like this? What's the deal?
Even just about British things, really. Anything, really. We've had an interesting weekend. The King was coronated.
Of course, yes. Did anyone watch the coronation?
Did anybody watch The King?
Did anyone watch it? Hello, Bruce Luna. Hello, New6. We've had New has been here before.
Yes,
I recognise
over
New.
Christmas.
Yes, New. Welcome back. Thanks
And
for
hi,
coming
Bruce.
back. Hi, Bruce. I haven't seen Bruce before, unless I'm forgetting something. So yes. So any questions you have, we will answer. Hello, Travel the World with. Oh, I can't speak. Hello, Travel the World with Ankush Jane. How are you? Hello, Shredder. Shredder has been here before.
Shredder. Hey, you guys.
Hello.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to try to pronounce this one. Jyotiranjan. Correct?
West Lancashire. Hey.
Renee. Hello. Now, I'm guessing that you're maybe not originally from West Lancashire if you're a subscriber of this channel, but maybe you are. Maybe you're just here for the fun. Hello
for the
from
eye candy.
Korea. Unfortunately, I don't know how to read that name because I don't know Hangul.
Yeah.
But it looks great.
There.
Agostino has definitely been here before. Definitely. First question of the day. What do you think about the monarchy? Well, I would say, what do you think?
Well, how about you guys as well? Let us know what you think of the monarchy. My opinion is that I don't mind them if they just keep themselves to themselves, if they keep away, if they stay away from all the things. But at the moment in the UK, things are not going very well. People are very.
I'm just saying hello to people who are saying hello while you're talking.
Sorry. Things are not going very well. People are quite hungry in some places of the UK and things like that. So if we are spending a lot, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of pounds on putting a hat on an old man, then
treason.
Then that's not good. So yeah, I think it's
mixed feelings.
It's not. Well, it's pretty bad for me, I think.
It all feels a bit medieval, doesn't it? It all feels a bit medieval. It feels like something that's from Game of Thrones. Doesn't feel like it belongs in 2023, which is a bit strange.
No, yeah, but we are here, and we are here to hopefully learn some English. And I've got here, I think we did this over Christmas. I'm just worried about you rattling.
It's okay. I've learned that now. I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to put it.
Yes, and there's stuff on the back of this as well. A picture of a guitar. So I've got a list of words here that, as I live my life, I write down words and phrases that I think that maybe some of you might not know. So I'm gonna mention one here and see what you think it means. So Laura, would you like to pick one here?
Let's do. I like this one. Okay, so we've got quite a long phrase for you here. Can you figure out what it means? Can someone tell me what this means? So
are you going to say it? Or are you just going to write it down?
Yeah, I'm going to say it and show it.
Okay.
Okay, let's go for her. So I wouldn't put it past her, or I wouldn't put it past him, or I wouldn't put it past them, or I wouldn't put it past Bez. Anyone. What does this mean? Someone tell me. And while we wait, Olga, hello from St. Petersburg, Russia. Hello, Shabir from India. Hello, Mustafa. Hello, everybody. Okay, Shabir has guessed in front of her.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Not quite. less literal than that. It's less
Yeah,
literal.
it's more about kind of, I don't know, ideas.
Think a bit more outside the box. Think more outside of the box. Hello, Jaten. I don't forget. Not quite. Right, we'll give you one more guess and then we'll tell you what it means. Okay, there's another question. We'll do that one in a sec. What do we think? Let's put it in a sentence. Should we put it in a sentence?
Yeah. I'll say something. I'll say, do you really think that your cousin is going to go all the way to Australia?
I wouldn't put it past her. Give me another one.
Do you think that he's actually going to go to university?
I wouldn't put it past him. Or surely she won't wear white to your wedding.
I wouldn't put it past her.
So Olga's saying I wouldn't tell her. Not quite. So I wouldn't put it past her, him, them. It means like I'm sure they could do it. It doesn't.
They are capable of doing this. Yeah, I would say that it's quite possible that they are going to. So, for example, my cousin going to Australia. Do you really think my cousin's going to go to Australia?
I wouldn't put it past her. That sounds like something she would do. It sounds like something she's capable of.
I really do think that.
This is very common, very useful one. So it means I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say that she wouldn't do that. It feels like something she could do. Not something that's extremely likely, but something that could happen. Okay, I wouldn't be astonished, Ronnie. That's a good shout. Well done. I won't be surprised. There we go. Okay.
Better than our explanation.
Okay, Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Do regional accents matter in teaching English? Teaching English? No, I think you can teach English with whatever accent you have. I think if you're a teacher and you sound like you're from Wales or Manchester, whatever, doesn't matter. Learning English, it's completely up to you. Depends what you want. Some people want to learn a Birmingham accent. I teach a lot of people who want to learn English with a Birmingham accent. Up to you, whatever you want.
I don't know. It is difficult, isn't it? I would say any accent. I would say it's more. I think it is important to, when you are learning a language, English. I can't speak for other languages, but in English, if you're learning English, trying to be aware of as many accents as you can. Just being, and I think it's easier now than in the past.
Yeah.
But don't just think, oh, everybody in the UK sounds like Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
No, Stephen Fry is probably in the minority. So in media and on TV, radio, podcasts, a lot of people do speak with that accent. But if you come here to visit, you're probably going to encounter many, many accents.
Yeah. You'll be more confused if you don't listen to different regional accents for your listening practice. You'll be much more confused. I really adore Irish accent. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
The Irish accent, yes. Yeah, it's interesting. Does anybody have any questions? If anybody has any questions.
Yes, if you've just joined, we are answering questions about English, and we are also teaching you a couple of little phrases that maybe you haven't heard before. So any questions about English, let me know.
Would you like another word, another phrase?
Yeah, let's do it. Which one do you want?
How about I swear?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So if someone says this at the end of a sentence, or if someone uses this phrase, what do you think that means? I swear.
I swear.
I swear.
I swear. Now, swearing.
Good for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how about everybody try and think about what I swear means, and shall I answer this question
go for
here?
it.
So, Sahil has asked, which web series or cartoon should I watch to improve my English? British English? Does it matter?
Depends on which one you're going for.
English. I would say.
Are there any good British cartoons?
British cartoons.
I can't think of any good British cartoons.
I don't know, to be honest. In terms of like web series, I would just find something that you're interested in. So if you're interested in a sport like football or golf or Formula One or anything like that, trying to find like a podcast series or a web series that discusses that, something that is always spinning, I would say. So like the downside to a TV series is that the TV series ends, whereas a podcast or a series where they talk about this sport, it's always happening all the time, so there's always stuff to talk about. In terms of cartoons, I don't know. If you want something that practices talking fast and listening that way, Rick and Morty, people talk quite fast on that, to be honest. BoJack Horseman, is that the right thing? I never even watched that, but apparently that's quite good.
Genuinely, it depends on your English level. If your English level is quite low, watch a children's cartoon. That's what I do with French. Sometimes I watch a children's cartoon because they really say things clearly.
SpongeBob.
Yes, I swear is I promise. I'm telling the truth. Well done to the people who got that. Olga got it. Mustafa got it. Nu got it. Shabir got it. Well done. Fantastic. Do you think keeping a diary is a nice way to improve English speaking? Not necessarily, because if you're writing a diary, it's not necessarily going to help you with your speaking so much, because you might get very good at writing, but you could keep a video diary. Great. Really good.
That's quite difficult, I think.
Only with your phone.
I mean, okay, what about this? What if you do a diary on your notes on your phone, but you speak, you do the speech to text.
The transcribing,
thing. So you'll have to talk about your day. Yeah.
Good idea.
Maybe something like that.
Do that.
For example. Joseph Junn says, I'm really into British sitcoms, Peep Show, IT Crowd. Classic. Yes, absolutely. There is a good, they're quite old, but there are things like Only Fools and Horses. That's quite good to practice the Cockney accent, the London accent. Doctor Who is just a good show in general, and it has a lot of British accents in there. Lots of British accents.
Oh, yeah.
In there. If you want like a funny one, there is a show called The In-Betweeners. The In-Betweeners. That's very funny. What else is a funny British show? There's loads. Miranda.
I love Miranda.
Miranda. What else is there? Is there another one?
Sorry for my awful writing.
You got terrible handwriting, Laura. Great, you're very good in other ways, but your handwriting is woeful. I think that looks like a U.
That's a W.
That's not a W. That W has a little in it.
Afterlife. Yeah,
Afterlife. Yeah, Afterlife's a good one. Yeah, Derek. Yeah, absolutely.
Swear words. Yes. So John said, because we were just talking about the phrase I swear, which means I promise. But John Howland says, but swear words are something different. Yes. So you might have heard an American say a curse word. So a curse word in Britain, we say a swear word, which is
but to swear something is like a strong promise, isn't it? Like yesterday with the coronation, the king had to swear on the Bible or something about like that he will.
And that doesn't mean that he went, what the? Like it was a different kind of swearing.
And he had to kiss the Bible.
Yeah, that was weird. And and then he had to put a little glove on. It was the coronation was filled with like weird little traditions that I think they just did for fun. They went, oh, wouldn't it be funny if now he puts a glove on?
I watched the film last night about Queen Elizabeth, and so in yesterday with the king, they went, I announced to all those in the south, all hail the king.
Oh, and they went,
the north, all hail the king, or whatever. That's what they do. They've done that for ages. But in the one yesterday, they had to say, do you in the north swear fealty to the king?
Yeah.
We did that weird swearing to the king thing.
Weird.
Swearing to the
king.
Yes. Do not swear to the king. Yeah.
How can I get British citizenship? I have no idea. That's not my area. I don't know. I really don't know. I just teach English. I'm not too good with that.
Yeah.
But good luck with your journey.
Good luck. How to pronounce entrepreneur? Entrepreneur. French word.
It is a French word.
Entrepreneur. Anybody know what an entrepreneur is?
Yeah, what's an entrepreneur? That's our next question. Entrepreneur. Let's write it down.
By the way, let's memorize vocabulary. Memorizing vocabulary is really, really difficult. I would just sometimes I tell my students just to before a class.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of thought about this the other week. So before a class, give yourself a list of 10 words that you want to use in this class and just try and almost like a game in a way. If you're
Yeah.
having a conversation with somebody in 1 hour, see if you can use those words in context in the lesson. And it might maybe be quite random sometimes. Like if you need to use this word and you're talking about sausages, you could just it's quite hard, isn't it?
That's just something I've written myself for later. Don't worry.
What's that?
I thought that would be a good idea for teaching, but I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
Yes, that's a great idea. So it's almost like, especially if you have English lessons online, that's like the gym. So you're going to someone who's a professional. They don't care about how funny you are or whatever. You're literally there to practice your English. So you can set yourself a challenge like that and go, okay, these are my words. I'm going to try to use them in my lesson. And if I use them incorrectly, my teacher will tell me, because that's what they're there for. So that's really good. But if you're on your own, if you don't have a teacher, vocabulary lists are really, like, I don't think they're the best way of doing it. If you can attach vocabulary to visuals, so if that's TV, photos, videos, that will stick in a lot more than
I do believe that people learn things multiple times, and maybe this is a very obvious thing to say, but imagine you learn things by seeing it first. So for example, today, some of you, maybe you've never heard of this word entrepreneur, for example. So, what's this word? You hear it, you see it. Oh, what's this? Okay. Then maybe in a week, you're listening to a podcast and somebody says, oh yeah, my uncle was an entrepreneur. And maybe you think, oh yes, that word. You're learning it for the second time. The third time is when you learn it, is when you use it yourself. And I don't think that you truly learn a word or anything until you've kind of done those steps in a way, you know? Yes.
Good job. People got it. Mustafa, businessman. Aura, an entrepreneur means a person who is setting up a business. Good. Entrepreneur is a person who likes founding companies. Yeah, so it's like starting your own business, running your own business. There's a name for us.
I'm going to call
Do you know what it is?
I'm going to guess. Is it something preneur?
Yeah.
Interpreneur or something like that?
No. So there's a word specifically for people who teach languages.
Oh.
They're a langtrepreneur. That's an actual, I don't know if it's an actual dictionary word, but I've seen it, like people who make their business based off teaching languages, they're langtrepreneur. Any other questions about English, guys? I saw one and I've lost it. Oh, I've studied English for exams as a non-English speaker. I'm good at English exams, but my speaking is unnatural. What should I do? So if you feel like your speaking isn't very natural, what should you do? What do you think, Benjamin? If you've got unnatural speaking, I think speaking with a native is the best.
I think speaking with a native and hearing as much as you can what natives sound like. There is I think listening to people from where you want to move to or what you want to sound like, even though I'm just using English words, there's a rhythm with how I speak, and there's a rhythm with how Laura speaks, and everybody speaks. You speak in your native language. There's just this kind of almost like
secret sauce.
I think there is a secret sauce to it in a way, and the easiest way to get that secret sauce is by speaking to a native, which is difficult if you don't live in the UK.
There are some free places online where you can talk to, like exchanges. So I think the person who asked was from Korea. Let's say there's someone from Australia who wants to learn Korean and you want to learn English, and you can do a swap with them. But also don't think about learning English for a test, because then you'll have really unnatural English, because you talk like you are taking a test, and I speak like this. Forget about the test. Just focus on speaking.
It's a bit like learning to drive a car. When you learn to drive a car, a lot of people, they say you pass your test, but you really learn to drive when you're on the roads. So learn language for the roads. Learn language for that. Don't learn language to pass the test. Yes, like absolutely. Somebody says, which is your favourite football club in the UK? Mine is Manchester United. Do you know what So Liverpool.
Yeah.
But then also my hometown, Wrexham, at the moment. If anybody has heard of Wrexham, happy days for Wrexham. I'm a Wrexham fan. I go to Wrexham games. I'm from Wrexham. They're owned by Very nice
Ryan
people.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Shabir says, Ma'am and Sir, could you please make a vid lesson on punctuation? Interesting. Okay, I'll write that down.
Punctuation is important, and
Yes.
I agree. I think so. There's one of my students. He really likes he loves homework, and so at the end of every lesson, so we have a conversational class. In the last at the end of the lesson, I always save one of my questions and I give it to him as a written task for the next time, and then we look at it in the next class. And maybe he's watching. Punctuation is probably one of the things, because people aren't sure. Do I need a semicolon here? Do I need a comma? Is this the end of a sentence? Can I start a sentence with and? Can I start a sentence with but? So yes, very, very relevant. Yes.
Hello, Rog Strix. Great name. Hello, I'm Korean who's studying English, watching your video. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
I saw someone else say, oh, here it is. Amir says, I really enjoyed your video with your dad. Yes, if you haven't seen it, I think it's the most recent video.
Yeah.
It's a conversation with me and my dad. It's like 50 minutes.
So we have a question, actually. I have got a question. Sorry if
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, so please let us know. So we've made a couple of conversational videos where me and Laura have had a conversation. Just an English conversation for 30 minutes.
Listening practice.
Yeah, for English comprehension, for listening comprehension. We would really like to do more, but we don't know whether it is better to do... Go on. Better to do a specific subject. So, for example, okay, in this 30-minute conversation, we're going to talk about gardening. We're going to talk about traveling. We're going to talk about sports. Or is it better for us to just have just an anything conversation? Or do you think it's better if we have set topics? Yes, please let us know. But yes, sorry for talking for a long time there.
No, that wasn't long.
Well, it feels like long. Who's your favourite player in the Premier League? Mohamed Salah, probably.
Still.
Yeah, or Trent Alexander-Arnold. Non-Liverpool. Oh, that's hard. I don't know. Who's your favourite player that's doesn't play for Liverpool? I think that the one that represents the most just normal people is Jack Grealish, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I like Jack Grealish. He's from Birmingham. So with our English conversation videos, do you think we should have a set topic? So today we are speaking about food, or no set topic. Okay, one vote for set topic. Okay.
Wow, set topic is taking it away. Oh, one vote, set topic.
We're going to do a little poll.
But yes, interesting.
I really like watching your grammar lessons. Thank you very much. Oh, one vote for set topics.
Two
for set topic.
Okay, interesting.
Another set topic. Oh, hey folks, have you ever travelled to England? I'm guessing this is not for me.
Yeah. This is for the people in the chat. Yes.
Good job. So Alexi has asked a question for you guys if you want to answer. Alexia said, hey folks, have you ever travelled to England? What were your impressions of the country and where do you recommend to go? So help Alexi out here. Set topics.
Oh, set topics is getting
one vote for no.
Do you know what? I would prefer set topics, because then it gives the conversation a bit more of a control.
Set topic is taken off. No set topic. Ooh.
This is cool though. I picked some sentences from your father and daughter's video, and my teacher said she's impressed. Oh yeah.
You're welcome. You know what? I think we should just call it a day with set topics. I feel like set topics is one. Thank you very much for your help.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any other English questions? So think about it. Any grammar questions, vocabulary, pronunciation? Maybe there's a word that you always struggle to say. For a lot of my students, it's world. A lot of my students really struggle to say world. So do you have any words like that you really struggle to say and we can help you with it? Anything. Sometimes I would like to know, Pets2 says, sometimes I would like to know how to use specific grammar, but I want to know what sentences and words do you usually use as well? So is that like for the video? So sometimes you want to see some more specific grammar, but also Sometimes you want to see different things. Good to know. Thank you very much. Lots of people want the set topics. Okay, we'll do set topics for the
That's
next
good. Hooray! Yeah. Would you like another word? Would you like another phrase?
one. Let's give people like 30 more seconds just in case they have a question, because otherwise we might bombard them, because I think everyone's typing right now. And I think
Yeah.
we'll see. It's confusing using if, like conditionals. Conditionals are horrible. Yes. We do have a video on conditionals, and it tells you how to remember the four.
And my advice with the conditionals also would be to don't try to learn all of them at once. Learn one and understand one, and understand the zero conditional, for example. Then start looking at the first conditional, then the second, then the third. That's what I would do.
It really
And
is just practice.
in general, the first conditional is real things, and the verb is in the present tense, and then we use will, and the second conditional is for hypothetical things. So we use the past tense verb and then would, and that's it really with the first and second. I think
once you understand, once you've got a good, I think the hardest thing with the conditionals is, why am I using this? I think if you're good at learning structures, you can figure out how to make the sentence, but it's the hardest thing is like, but why do I say this when? So you've got to get to grips with that. I am more or less fluent in speaking English thanks to my GCSE educational background. However, in recent years I feel like I'm not as fluent as I was before. Do you live in a non-English speaking country? That's really hard to keep up the fluency if you're not using it every day. Get a teacher, get more immersed. You just got to find your way back into it to feel like it's exciting again.
It's like going to the gym.
It is.
Which I wouldn't know anything about. Jose says, "Hi guys, I'd like to ask about plans. Which is the best way to ask another person about doing something together one day, such as going for a run, for example, or just suggestions about activities."
So imagine you're suggesting to me about things we should do together.
There is a word called fancy. So fancy is like another word for want. So a casual way would be, do you fancy going for a run tomorrow? Or do you fancy going to the cinema next week? Do you fancy going for a coffee? And people do use that verb going a lot, don't they? Even if it's like, do you fancy going to the cinema? Do you fancy going for a coffee? Do you fancy going for a run? That's one way. Can you think of another
using
one?
should? We should go for a coffee, or we should go to the cinema.
Yeah, we should go to the theatre tomorrow.
Or just, do you want to? Nothing wrong with do you want to. Do you want to go to the park tomorrow?
Would you want to? Would you like to?
Yeah.
I do feel like when we start using would, it does sound a little bit more formal.
Yes.
So like,
it's a bit
if I went to my friend, would you like to go and see this film? Sounds a little bit formal.
Sounds a bit like you're asking someone on a date.
Yeah.
Would you like to get a
Rather
drink?
than like, oh, yeah, do you fancy seeing this? Or would you, yeah, do you want to see this? Yeah, interesting. How to pronounce a lie and
I've got it.
You're writing all these down. Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I don't have an English-speaking environment anymore. What do I do to get back my fluency? To be honest, I would just the internet is your friend then. You need to start looking at online conversation teachers or finding a language partner. Finding people in your area who maybe speak English to do a hobby with or something like that.
And just say, listen, when we do this thing, we're only going to speak English when we go.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've written some stuff down here.
So lie, like I, lie, lay, like day, lay, liar, like higher, or like higher. So liar, higher.
There is a rhyming for liar. Liar, pants on fire.
Oh yeah, I should have done fire. That's a better one. Let me change my
Fire. Yeah. So if you are a liar, there was a childhood thing where people would go liar, pants on fire, and it basically means that you're lying, your pants on fire.
Liar, fire. Lawyer. I couldn't think of a word that
lawyer, pants on fire.
We go oi, yeah. Like Ariana Grande, she goes, yeah. So we're going to go loy, yeah. That's it. So lawyer. Actually, I'll just do an L there so it's easier. So we're going to go lawyer. So we got lie, like
I.
lay,
Lay.
day.
Oh, day. Sorry.
Liar,
Fire.
lawyer.
Oi. Yeah.
That's how you say this one. Please can you clarify the difference between few and a few? There are few. I'm pretty sure you can use them interchangeably. It depends on the context of what you want to say. People don't often use few on its own anymore. It just be like, there's a few cakes left if you want.
Would you like a few?
Would you like a few drinks? Would you like a few?
Yeah.
But if something is few, it means there's less of them. So like there were few people at the thing, but they're pretty much interchangeably in modern English now.
How exactly pronounce nice to meet you? Nice to meet you.
Nice.
To be honest, when people, there is a thing that happens in English with native speakers sometimes where sounds kind of mush together sometimes. So nice to meet you, people might say.
Schwaz,
nice to meet
if you know your schwaz.
So because people wouldn't really say you, like you, they'll just say ya. So nice to meet you.
So
Nice
if you
to
know
meet
what a
you.
schwa is, guys, that's what we're on about. So if you know what a schwa is in British English, well, lots of accents in Britain, not all accents, but some. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Or if you don't want to do that, then nice to meet you.
The schwa sound in English pops up a few times. Like we don't, it replaces the word a, the letter a lot, don't they? Because we wouldn't say that was a piece of cake. We'd say that was a piece of cake. Schwa sound is the most natural sound that we make. I suppose it's that thinking sound.
Sure. I think let's do one more question to make it a good one.
Make it a good one.
Have you got any questions about English pronunciation? Anything? Let me know. In
the meantime, I'll tell you this.
Go on.
There's a concert tonight for the king. For the king. For the king.
The king.
Yeah. Very exciting. Yeah. I hope that you all. No, I was going to say you all will be watching, but you don't have to watch. No. Yeah, live your lives.
Live your life. Do what you want.
It's probably night time for you now.
And final question about English or pronunciation, Britain, grammar, vocabulary, anything. I don't know why this has suddenly got lower. I feel like I did move it, but now it feels like it's. Why sometimes British accents becomes a little bit different to understand. Slang, phrasal verbs, linking, intrusive R's, schwas.
Where the sound lives in your like the zones. So like for example, if somebody speaks in a zone 6, they kind of speak in their throat. So imagine somebody who talks like that, then all of a sudden already that their accent's just gonna be difficult to understand.
I know who you're doing an impression of. We know someone who speaks like that.
Yeah, we do, yeah. He talks a little bit like this.
But there's just like and English as well is so quickly evolving that you might have learnt a version of English and then you listen to someone speak and they're doing completely different things to what you learned because it's just constantly evolving and changing. So it does get tricky. But well done, everybody. You attended an English lesson on a Sunday. Well done.
Well done, everybody.
Make sure you check out our latest video. It's some listening practice, which is really, really useful. And subscribe for more videos. Well done, everybody. We shall see you next time. Well done, guys. Bye-bye. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.